I tell you what is most important thing in financial advisory or financial planning for beginners. Now that is none other than this. The advice must be actionable. Now 20 years ago when there's no internet, so there's lack of information to know or want to know something. But fast forward to now, there is too much information with one Google search at your fingertips until you feel overwhelmed. I also feel the same. Now I want to talk to you about this because I know of some financial planner or advisor who are doing nothing more than data entry. Now this book theory financial planners enter your numbers into a spreadsheet or a software, and with a click of a button a nice report with a nice tables and nice charts are generated, and then what they do is that they just show that to you, present to you, regurgitate and present whatever template that is in there. Astaga. Astaga is a Malaysian expression when you feel dumbfounded, when you feel astonished, or when you just feel stunned. Now, financial planning or advisory should focus on the empathetic coaching approach to let you see why some things are important, and these things must be put into your unique context or situation on top of only dealing with all that numbers. If financial planning is all about numbers only, I could absolutely understand why some people, maybe you, think like this after hearing the word financial planning. I can DIY using Google. I don't trust people to manage my money leh. Are they going to tell me what I already know, then waste money only? Can eat one or not? So yes, you absolutely has the right to feel so if financial planning is only just about the numbers. Now the other thing is, if someone were to deal with finance and money, all the numbers, he or she must be proven good with numbers, right? Just like when I was top in my batch when I was in the final modules of this CFP program, constructing a financial plan back many years ago. Oh, and not to mention, I also have a first class honors degree in electronics engineering, so I don't have a degree in marketing or social science. Oh, and during that time when I was in my SPM, well, not to brag, but this is my SPM result slip. Now after all, logic or not, if you are a doctor and you ask financial advice from a unit trust agent or insurance agent or even any, let's say, other independent advisor who actually fail in their mathematics one, think about it for a second. Back in school days when you are sitting for an exam, on your right, the top student for the entire class, and then sitting on the left of you, also the top student, but kira from the bottom one. So who would you actually copy from if you want to pass your exam? If you agree with what I just explained, don't forget to actually smack on the like button below. Now that being said, I'm not looking down on people without conventional academic qualification. No, I'm just saying that they must be a proven expert in what they do. For example, I have a huge respect for car mechanics because I know nuts about cars. Hey Mr. Liu, your ECU got problem sometimes your engine will stall right when stopping at traffic light. Why are you so sharp? Didn't like you, so how to fix? So when a mechanic tells me that something that I didn't know before and then propose ways to actually best fix that problem on my car, I would go, wow, you had such a feeling before also, right? When someone tells you didn't know and it's important. Now this is what I mean by actionable advice. So this is what it is about. This is about a circle of competence over here. Now when we start with an information or knowledge, most very ego people would have thought they already know everything there is to know. But it is, for most people, what you think you know, including myself, it's just a small circle in the context of the wider scope of things. Of course, we will know what we don't know, in which we would spend time to go and find out, go and learn, right? But what is critical though, and this is the bigger encompassing circle, things that we don't even know what we don't know. And most actionable advice actually come from here, the largest circle that I show you over here. So just so you know, the financial and investment, sales and advisory industry is actually corrupted, run by people who are selfish, and in most cases they are no smarter than you. Now they are in for the money only, like hit and run, and some of them are even worse. They are actually heartless, without any empathy. They don't care. After you buy something, they don't care what happened to what you invested or what you bought. In other words, there are a lot of bad apples out there in the barrel. Very few good apples one. Unlike like Jeff Liu. Abu then show me another independent advisor who actually scored 10A1 in the SPM and also very consistently published free yet great educational videos on financial topics on YouTube one. Show me another one. Got lah. So if you have a pre-existing impression, very bad impression on so-called financial planner or financial advisor or wealth managers, whatever you want to call them, no changi name and all that. But the thing is, I don't blame you if you have bad impression because you encounter 1, 2, 3 bad apples in the barrel. Automatic human nature assume everything in the barrel is bad. Like let's say if a dog that has been bitten by a human, if it's afraid of human, you blame the human that bit the dog or you blame the dog. So some of our clients actually, yes, they are very skeptical when they first engage us, but they are able to get through that hurdle or barrier to give us the benefit of doubt. And then after they engage us and they go through the experience, what is it about, then they say, wow, really different eh. Now come, instead of actually telling you, let me show you what our clients say about us. Paul Yong said, after an intense 3 months engagement, Liu has helped me to demystify a lot of intertwined things at the moment when my business and personal life started to take off. Things I thought were extremely complicated, but he managed to break them down into very simple, bite-sized chunks which I could truly understand. Azad Ahmad said, this entire course of Liu's advisory had been a quantum leap for me in having so much clarity on my financial standings. I can now focus on the matters that truly move the needle and actions which are really aligned to my financial goals. With clarity, I feel more confident in how much I can spend, how much I can leverage safely still, while still keeping the end goals in mind instead of keep running in circles. Equipped with higher confidence going forward, I now have more conviction to commit and execute the strategies you recommended. The road mapping process has revealed to me that I can still have a sustainable retirement portfolio in place 40 years from now without compromising current lifestyle. Pierre Perisset said, the advisory are conducted in no rush and have been extremely helpful and have clarified a huge amount of points which I wasn't aware prior. I now feel much better equipped to make the right decision, being guided step by step by Liu. Of course, the decision will be entirely mine, but having the expertise of an expert from Malaysia who clearly understands the law, the rules, the practice is extremely valuable. Tan Sun Yao said, Liu is obviously an expert in this area. He was quick in offering answers and alternatives to the various questions and issues I raised. An eye-opener as I was pleasantly surprised with a lot of new insights Liu shared with me. Narong Somchit said, I am in a similar situation where I need to consolidate and get my financial matters in order as retirement nears. I have my own set of estimated figures, but I need a second set of eyes to give me the second opinion if I overlook anything. Carol Teo said, I have also engaged him to compare medical insurance options in Malaysia. The information he gathered is objective, insightful and detailed. I would certainly recommend him to busy professionals who need independent and sound financial planning advice. Rajiv and Kuvinder say, Liu did not dictate what we should or should not do. Instead, he educated and empowered us to make financial decisions on our own terms going forward, taking his advice only if it makes sense or aligned to our goals at the time we need to make the decision. In retrospect, we ended up appreciating such approach more because that means we will not be crippled by his advice or recommendation. Mr. and Mrs. Law said, myself and wife knows bits and pieces of investing here and there, but it is not until we go through more than 10 hours of one-on-one session with him that we are able to connect the dots and form a clearer picture on how to manage our retirement investing going forward. Lydia Chia said, money is not just numbers. Our relationship with money is emotional, and in today's information age, we can feel directionless. With the abundance of info available today, it was difficult for us to distinguish the noise from what truly matters and to know the best approach to saving and investing early. Our one-on-one consultations with Liu offer us exactly that. Liu is knowledgeable and articulate. He is non-judgmental yet honest. He taught us our financial option as young professional, how to evaluate our options, how to set goals, how to execute our plans in ways that is aligned with our values. Now, Iris said, I have never used the service of a financial advisor before. I don't even know anyone who had. Naturally, I was skeptical and are concerned about if I'm gonna get scammed or I'll be getting shallow advice which I already knew about. However, after spending more than 12 hours of advisory session with Liu, I could really appreciate his practical, honest and empathetic approach. Now, Kuldeep Singh said, injected much clarity to my post-retirement financial plan. I have followed
CF valuable sharing in his blog since its early days, but it was not until I engaged him one-on-one as my retirement advisor that I could really see the value of independent advice he could deliver. I consider myself financially savvy and comfortably retired than most, yet I think I need a little help from an independent advisor who can advise me from different angles to manage my retirement nest egg. So, like they say, I don't run out of money before running out of life. Now, Jenny said, for the longest time, I have not been able to get straight answers from the many financial intermediaries out there. Plus, sometimes my husband and I just don't even know what is the right question to ask. Liu had been a great help in answering a lot of the overwhelming financial questions in our mind, which keeps us from making decisive conclusions on many financial moves we want to make. He listens intently and at times we're able to anticipate what we want to ask before we actually ask it.
Subscribe to CFU channel for the next most important thing besides actionable advice, especially when you're a beginner to planning and getting your finances and getting your personal finances in order. And some of this you can do yourself and make sure you have also switched on the notification bell so you get notified when we publish videos like this.